another video, guys. How amazing. This video, I don't know why I started off like that. I apologise deeply. I'm a bit of a weirdo. In fact, a big weirdo, but do I care? No. So this video is basically something that means a lot to me. It's about Universal in Florida. Because, well, I love all of Florida, because if you know me, you know I go every year. And Universal Star Islands Adventure is one of the best theme parks ever. So I've written a list, and you can see some scribbled. I'm not going to show you. Some scribbled out at the bottom, because I kept changing my mind, because all the rides there are amazing. I kept changing my mind, and this list was so hard to complete, because I was like, except the top three I set on, but everyone's, they're all just so good in their own way. Even every single ride at Universal is good to me, and I'm like, I was like, where do I put what? But I managed to complete it, and I'm going to share it with you guys, and I want to see your opinions if you've ever been, and see if you agree with me. So yeah, let's begin. So, number 10, I did originally put The Simpsons, and then I scribbled it out and put Men in Black, just because Men in Black, it's interactive, it's an interactive shooter game. Like, it's so fun, because you can, like, shoot the aliens, and you can, at the end, I have a secret hack to get the bonus, because at the end, you know, when you start spinning through that alien's mouth, if you know the red button, when it says press the red button now, if you just hold on to it before it says that, then you get the bonus. Like, I learned that, and I was like, oh yeah, and that's what kind of made me win against people every time. I call me a cheater, but I don't care. Please don't come at me for that. I actually got that hack from someone else. Well, it's not such of a hack, it's a life hack to win and make yourself look good. So you basically shoot, and it's basically cart against cart. You're versing another group of people, and you can shoot their red circle at the top, and then that makes them spin, and you get extra points. And it does take your photo on there, but your photo every time, you always, like, your face is always so concentrated. Like, I know the amount of times I've looked at a photo and I'm like this. It's just unbelievable. The next one is a water ride. Guess it can be the main ones. Would boat count one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish, because you can get wet in that or you can't. It depends. But it's the rapids. Like on this, you get absolutely, like, this is the best rapids probably in Orlando. But I don't know, because I haven't ridden Infinity Falls yet. This is this year. Hopefully that I get to ride it, because we didn't go to SeaWorld last year, but the year before it opened just as we left, so that was sad. So the rapid, you get absolutely drenched, and then there's also people that can shoot you with squirters. Like, no matter where you sit, you're gonna get drenched. Some people get more wetter than others. Like, for me, in our family, it's always my mum that's the unlucky one. Bless her. I always get drenched as well, but we all do. But it's just a bit of fun, really. Like, I love the rapids. Like, just, yeah, it's so fun getting off, and your, like, feet are all squelched. You're like, just lift your feet off the ground, and then your shoes will be fine. Your shoes will survive. Number 8 is Ripsaw Falls, another water ride. This one is really good. The queue smells really damp, if I'm honest. I was going to say the queue is really good. But you know them talking heads in the line when you're before you get on the ramp to the ride. They're funny. And then, like, once it was me, my dad, and my Uncle Kev that just went on this. And then we had a race against the car in front, and ours won. And then the people manning the car was like, just smile and wave, because we won. Because we were speedy, because we're veterans at getting on rides, you know. Ripsaw Falls, there's this massive drop. It kind of feels like you're going straight down, but you're not. It's like a roller coaster type drop, so you're like, it's really fun. And then you get drenched. And I know one year after we got off the ride, we went to the squirters, because there's squirters as well. I can't remember who it was. I think it was my dad. He accidentally made this little girl cry by squirting. I mean, he didn't know that she didn't like the ride, but it just happened. But yeah, Ripsaw Falls is a really fun ride. The wait time varies on this. Like, some I think the most we queued is like 45 minutes, but we're really good at timing things to get on rides, but we don't have to wait that long, except for, like, new rides when they open. Like, we have queued, well, to fit Galaxy's Edge, the queue said like 2 hours, and we waited like an hour for, you know, Millennium Falcon ride, but is what it is. This one is a 3D/4D ride, because you do get a bit wet in this, and it's Transformers. The queue for this is a lot of buttons that you can press, but they don't do anything. Transformers, it's good. Basically, just follow the Transformers around and just help them in a way, yeah. And it's real good. The wait time for this, we haven't really queued that long. Like, the most we've probably queued is like 20-30 minutes for this ride. Like, it's not a bad wait. And plus there's little TVs in there where it has like people talking, so it's kind of more interesting in a way. And what we like to do, sometimes we play heads up on our phones. It passes time quickly. Next is another 3D/4D ride, and it is SpiderMan. SpiderMan is probably my favourite like Marvel character. Him and Spider-Man, Spider-Man and Iron Man, but Spider-Man's the top, well, mainly because of Tom Holland, but let's not get into that. I've met Spider-Man, not Tom Holland, but Spider-Man at Universal, yeah. So this is where you basically follow Spider-Man around as a news reporter for the Daily Bugle, and you basically get in trouble with it. Well, not in trouble, but you run into the villains, and then you basically have to help, and you start falling from it. This is spoilers a lot, but you're watching this because you want to know my opinion, and you've probably been on it yourself, unless you're my friends from college. Hi guys. You fall at the end. You like fall from a building, not really fall, but it feels like you are, and then Spider-Man catches you in his web at the end, and then he takes your photo at the end. It does take your photo on the ride as well, but he pretends to take your photo at the end. But my face is always concentrated on that as well, and I'm like, I don't know why, because it's not a competitive game. All you do is sit there and with your glasses on and go through. Beats me. But 5 is to the Kong. The line for this is so good. Honestly, I don't get scared, but you know, there's holes in the wall when you're queuing. There's always, most of the time, every time that I've been on, the scare actors in the wall that just feel the need to jump out, and I'm like, dude. And then there's like skulls, and not real skulls obviously, or are they? Skulls on like the walls, and you can like hear whispering. It's really like, I think this queue is one of the best. And then you have that old lady that's like to the Kong when you're like going through all that line, and then yeah, the queue for this is always long. Like, but to be fair, it's continuously moving because the carts are quite big. And plus, the good thing about this ride is it can run, because obviously in Florida there's a lot of thunderstorms, so it can run even in thunderstorms, because there's an alternative route where you don't have to go through the outside bit, which I've done both. But I'm just obsessed with the queue of this, like, the scare actors. I'd love to be a scare actor hiding in them holes, because there's multiple holes and they can like move around. And oh my god, all you hear through the line is people screaming because they get scared when someone jumps out at them, but I find it hilarious. One is Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. This ride is so good. Like, it feels so weird because, well, you have to get on it while it's moving, so you have to, and it's quite fast paced. So you basically sat in rows of 4. Well, it's only 4 per car anyway. And then you basically get, like, Hermione casts a spell and makes you fly, and then you kind of go to watch Quidditch, and then something happens. I'm not going to spoil it all because this is a really good ride. I recommend it. Something happens and you go through all this thing, and there's, like, not real spiders, but spiders. There's villains. Oh, it's just so amazing. Like, the queue for this ride is really good as well because it has, like, the talking photos on the wall. And it's just amazing. Like, what else is there to say? 3 is The Mummy. This is my mum's favourite ride, but this is the biggest ride that she goes on. But The Mummy, it's basically just, you know, the film The Mummy, it's based on that. But you go through, like, the temples, and then there's a guy that's like, no, don't go through here, like, wrapped in a mummy thing, and then the guy comes out and it's like, silence. And then you go speedy around, and then the things pop up, and then like flames and treasure, and then you go into the thing where loads of like beetles come out, not real beetles, but like animated beetles, and then you go backwards down this small hill, you turn around and you shoot up the lift hill, and then you start going fast, and then you think it's over because there's this bit where it's like this animatronic saying, "Thank you for riding, please exit to your left," but it's not over, and then it's like, you voted this was or something like that. And then you go down another lift hill and a few more turns, and then you're finally at the end, and then the guy at the end's like, "Where's my cup of coffee?" And then, yeah, it's really a good ride, to be honest. I love the moment, and the line for this is also really good because there's there's like things that you can do, like put your hand in this thing, and sometimes the first year I ever went, there was a scare actor in the line, because I know I was at the running up ahead and there was a scare actor, and then because my brother didn't go on rides at this time, it was just me, my dad and my uncle, but it's really good. Number 2 is Rip Ride Rocket. This is one of the big dogs. Rip Ride Rocket, you basically start and you literally go flipping 90 degrees straight up. But the good thing, I like Rip Ride Rocket, you can listen to music, and I know how to get extra music. So you basically hold down on the Rip Ride Rocket logo on your screen that you have when you're strapped in, and then you just look at the, like, if you Google it beforehand, you know what number to enter. Like, I always have Jackson 5, A, B, C, E. I always have that song. If I don't do it in time, then I have First I Was Afraid, I Was Petrified. But yeah, it's really good, and then you basically like get lifted out. It's horrible when you have sunburn, I will give it that, because I sunburn really easy. Like the first day, tomato. Like even with Factor 50 on, I burn, and it is painful with sunburn, but I don't care because I love this ride and I can ride it all day. Like me, my dad and my brother always go on this ride. My brother never used to, but he does now. Well, my mum watches the bags and stuff, because you're not allowed to take any phones, any bags, anything on, because obviously it will drop out and injure the people below, and you don't want to get sued for that, do you? But I love Rip Ride Rocket. It's got very big hills and turns, and you can just jam out. Like, it also records you. Like on my music videos, I'm always on the rides. I'm always like dancing and jamming out, but people are like, "What's she doing?" I'm like, "Yeah, dance on the ride." So, number 1 is my all-time favourite ride. It is Cat in the Hat. Yeah, it's the Cat in the Hat ride. Basically, you go through... I'm only joking. I'm not a baby. It's the Hulk, really. Basically, this starts off... the ride in this is always really warm and sweaty, though, the line. And then you get on. Also, in this ride, there is modified seating as well, if you like, yeah. But on this ride, it starts and you like start going up the hill, and then all of a sudden it like pew, shoots you off, and then you like come out, it like roars, it like roar, and then it's just loads of loops and everything. To be honest, I love the Hulk. The Hulk's one of the best. In fact, no, it's not the best ride in Florida, because I love Falcon's Fury, which is in Tampa, Florida, which is at Busch Gardens, or Mako, but they're at different parks. I can't really do top 10 at SeaWorld, because I don't even think there's 10 rides there, because it's mainly for sea life, but yeah. But the Hulk is definitely number 1 on the list of mine. It was so hard to pick the top 10. Like, I could have had honourable mentions like the Simpsons ride, Escape from Gringotts, Jurassic Park. This year I get to ride Hagrid's motorbike adventure, because I didn't get to go on that last year because I didn't do Universal, just did Disney, but we're off back to Universal this year, which I'm buzzing about. Like, there's just so many I could have picked. I love them all. Even Cat in the Hat, because it's just a Universal. Nah, Cat in the Hat's alright actually. E.T.'s alright. They're a bit boring, but I'm more of a thrill adventure seeker type girl. But yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you like. Also, I've managed to turn my comments back on, so YouTube, do not turn them back off, please, because I can't be bothered farsing about again with it. So like, comment, subscribe, follow my Instagram, Emily_Maloney2001. TikTok's the same. Also, my Florida-based Instagram, magical_Emily1, and my Snapchat, Emily02574. So I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye, and take care of yourself.
Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that you'll never be lonely.